Have you ever felt like your legs are getting weaker, but you just chalked it up to getting older? Well, here's something most doctors won't say out loud. After the age of 60, your body can lose up to 33% of its leg muscle in just 10 years, even if you don't feel sick. That's straight from the National Institute on Aging. And here's the scary part. This kind of muscle loss doesn't hurt. It doesn't warn you. One day your legs just feel heavy. The next, you trip on the curb. Then comes the walker, the fall, maybe even losing your independence altogether. But what if I told you that your very first meal of the day, what you eat or don't eat, within an hour of waking up, could be the difference between strong legs that carry you and legs that fail you? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what to eat in the morning to protect your legs from silent muscle loss and help you stay steady, mobile, and independent well into your 70s and 80s. Let me tell you something I wish every older adult knew. Your legs aren't just how you get from place to place. They're your foundation. They hold you up, keep you moving, and quietly do their job every single day, until one day, they don't. The problem is, leg weakness doesn't just happen overnight. It sneaks in slowly. Maybe you notice your knees feel stiff when you get out of bed. Maybe you wobble a little more when stepping off a curb. Or maybe you've started grabbing furniture as you walk through the house, just to feel a little more stable. These are all quiet signs your legs are losing muscle, and I'll be honest with you, once that process starts, it doesn't stop on its own. The medical term for this is sarcopenia. But you don't need to remember the name, just know it's incredibly common after age 60, and it's one of the leading reasons older adults end up needing walkers, wheelchairs, or even assisted care. According to the National Institute on Aging, you can lose up to 33% of your leg muscle within a decade if you don't actively work to stop it. And the hardest part? It's painless. You don't feel it happening. You just start to feel slower, weaker, less steady. But here's the hopeful part, there is something you can do about it. And you don't need to lift weights, buy fancy supplements, or sign up for a gym. The solution is much simpler than that. It begins with your breakfast. That's right. The first thing you eat in the morning sets the tone for how your muscles perform all day long. Especially the ones in your legs. After a long night of fasting, sometimes 8, 9, even 10 hours without food, your body starts breaking down its own muscle for fuel if you don't eat soon after waking. That includes your leg muscles. And the older you are, the faster that process happens. That's why breakfast isn't just important, it's essential. Skip it, or eat the wrong things, and you might be unknowingly speeding up your own muscle loss. But eat the right foods, and you can actually protect your muscles, strengthen your balance, and restore the power in your legs, one day at a time. In a moment, I'll walk you through 5 specific breakfast foods that have been scientifically shown to reduce leg cramps, improve stability, and rebuild strength in older adults. But first, I want to share a story with you, because I think you'll see yourself in it. There's a patient of mine, David. He's 69. Worked in construction his whole life. Strong, capable, never the kind of guy to sit still. But recently, something changed. He told me, "Doc, my legs don't feel like mine anymore." He felt heavy in the mornings. Slower. Sometimes his knees would buckle when stepping off the porch. One day, he tripped over a low step getting the paper, and while he wasn't seriously hurt, it scared him. Not because of the fall, but because of what it meant. "I feel like I'm disappearing," he said. "One step at a time." We talked through his routine. And you know what stood out the most? David wasn't eating breakfast. Just a black coffee and maybe a bite of toast. That's it. No protein. No minerals. No fuel to help his legs recover from the night. And that tiny habit, skipping a real breakfast, was slowly stealing his strength. But here's what happened when we changed it. David made one simple change. He started eating breakfast within 30 minutes of waking up. And not just any breakfast, one that included real, muscle-supporting foods. We kept it simple. Whole eggs. A bit of Greek yogurt. Some oatmeal with chia seeds. Nothing fancy. But everything his body was quietly begging for. By the end of the first week, he told me something had shifted. Getting out of bed doesn't feel like dragging a sack of bricks anymore. The stiffness in his knees eased up. The strange leg cramps at night? Gone. And slowly, his confidence started coming back. By the second month, David was walking laps around the park again. No cane. No fear. His wife said it best, it's like he got his legs back. Now, I'm not saying breakfast alone will turn back time. But I am saying this, when you give your legs the right nutrients after a long night of fasting, you're giving them exactly what they need to stop wasting away and start getting stronger. So what exactly should breakfast look like? Let's start with the single most powerful food you can eat in the morning, whole eggs. Not just the whites, the whole egg. Why? Because that golden yolk is packed with vitamins like B12, D, and a special amino acid called leucine, the very thing your muscles need to start repairing themselves. Leucine is like a green light for muscle growth. And older adults need more of it than younger folks just to maintain the same muscle. There's a study from the University of Illinois that followed older adults who ate 2 eggs every morning. After 8 weeks, they had noticeably better leg strength and balance just from adding eggs to breakfast. No gym. No protein shakes. Just eggs. And if you really want to boost the effect, pair it with spinach or tomatoes. The antioxidants and magnesium help reduce inflammation and keep your lower body muscles functioning smoothly. This kind of breakfast doesn't just protect your strength, it helps you stay on your feet, walk without wobbling, and feel more sure with every step. Another patient of mine, Linda, age 72, used to skip breakfast because she thought eating less would help her lose weight. But what she was really losing? Muscle. Once we added 2 boiled eggs to her morning, within a month she said, I don't need to push off my knees anymore just to stand up. That's what a small change can do. Now let's move to the second food, oatmeal with chia seeds. Oatmeal is a gentle, steady source of energy that won't spike your blood sugar. And when you mix in a tablespoon of chia seeds, you get a powerhouse of minerals, magnesium, potassium, calcium, and plant-based omega-3s. These nutrients support proper muscle contraction and nerve signaling, especially in your legs. One of the biggest complaints I hear is about nighttime leg cramps, those sudden, painful spasms that jolt you out of sleep. Chia seeds help prevent that. So do the beta-glucans in oats, which support circulation and muscle repair. If you enjoy warm breakfasts, try cooking rolled oats in almond milk, stir in some chia seeds, and top with a few slices of banana or blueberries. It's like medicine for your legs, but it tastes like comfort. And speaking of bananas, that brings us to the third food. We'll talk about that in just a minute, because it's one fruit most seniors overlook, but it might be the simplest way to avoid muscle spasms and balance problems before they even start. Let's talk about bananas. Now, you might be thinking, really? A banana? But don't underestimate it. This is one of nature's best sources of potassium, a mineral your muscles rely on to fire correctly. Without enough potassium, your leg muscles can cramp, twitch, or just feel weak and heavy. I've had patients describe it as feeling like their legs aren't listening anymore. A medium banana has around 400 milligrams of potassium, about 10% of what you need each day. And here's what's interesting, a Harvard study showed that older adults who ate potassium-rich foods like bananas were 33% less likely to experience leg cramps at night. That's a big deal when you're trying to get solid, uninterrupted sleep and wake up without soreness. But timing matters. Don't eat a banana first thing on an empty stomach. The natural sugars can hit too fast. Instead, have it after your main breakfast, maybe on top of oatmeal, blended into a smoothie, or with some Greek yogurt. It's gentle on the stomach, easy to digest, and quietly powerful. Now, if you have diabetes or kidney problems, be cautious. In that case, a smaller, slightly underripe banana might be safer, less sugar, more fiber, and better blood sugar control. Next up is a favorite in my own house, plain Greek yogurt. This is not your average sweetened fruit yogurt. I'm talking about real, unsweetened, thick Greek yogurt. It's loaded with high-quality protein, about 17 grams in a small serving, and rich in leucine, the muscle-building amino acid I mentioned earlier. But it also contains casein, a slower-digesting protein that's perfect for older adults who are rebuilding strength after overnight muscle breakdown. One thing I love about Greek yogurt is that it doesn't just help muscles, it supports your bones too. With high calcium and vitamin D content, it strengthens the skeletal foundation that holds up your muscles in the first place. Plus, the probiotics help with digestion and reduce inflammation, which is critical for circulation in the legs. A study out of Maastricht University in the Netherlands found that seniors who ate protein-rich yogurt each morning, even with minimal exercise, showed measurable improvements in leg strength in just 6 weeks. That's real, meaningful change. Not just feeling better, but actually stronger muscles and better balance. I had a patient, Barbara, 67, who hated yogurt her whole life. But we tried different brands until she found one she liked. She started adding a pinch of cinnamon and a handful of blueberries. 2 months later, she was taking stairs without thinking. That's what consistency can do. Now, what if you're lactose intolerant? No problem. There are lactose-free or goat's milk options that are easier on the stomach. Just be sure to avoid flavored yogurts packed with sugar. Those do more harm than good. All right, we're almost there. We've covered 4 foods so far, but the 5th one might surprise you. It's not sweet. It's not fancy. But it's incredibly effective, especially for restoring leg strength after 60. Let's talk about salmon. Salmon might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of breakfast, but hear me out. If you want to truly protect your legs from muscle loss, especially as you get older, salmon is one of the best tools you've got. It's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, the kind your body doesn't make on its own, and these are like natural medicine for aging muscles. They reduce chronic inflammation, which is one of the hidden reasons your muscles may feel sore, slow, or weak without any obvious injury. And unlike red meat, which can be tough on the joints and digestion, fatty fish like salmon is light, clean, and easy for the body to use. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who ate 2 servings of fatty fish per week preserved 27% more leg muscle compared to those who didn't. Even more amazing? They had better walking speed, improved balance, and were 36% less likely to fall. That's not from exercise. That's just from what was on their plate. And it's not just the omega-3s. Salmon is also rich in B12 and vitamin D, both of which are essential for keeping your nervous system healthy. That means better coordination between your brain and your feet. So you walk more smoothly. You climb stairs without stumbling. You feel more in control of your movement again. If you're not ready for a salmon fillet at 7 a.m., that's okay. Start small. A slice of unsweetened smoked salmon on a slice of whole grain toast with a little avocado works beautifully. Or you can cook extra salmon at dinner and enjoy the leftovers in the morning with some greens or sweet potatoes. And if fish just isn't your thing, a high-quality omega-3 supplement, ideally one recommended by your doctor, can be a good alternative. But whole food is always better when you can get it. Speaking of sweet potatoes, I want to share a little secret with you. This isn't a superfood. It doesn't come in a bottle. It's just a warm, soft half of a sweet potato, lightly sprinkled with natural mineral salt. And it might be one of the most overlooked muscle protectors for older adults. Why? Because sweet potatoes are rich in complex carbohydrates, the kind that gently restore the energy your muscles burned while you were sleeping. They don't spike your blood sugar like white bread or sugary cereal. Instead, they give you steady, lasting energy. That's exactly what your legs need in the morning when they're trying to wake up after hours of inactivity. Now, add just a pinch of Celtic or Himalayan sea salt, and I do mean a pinch, and you get over 80 trace minerals that support healthy muscle contractions, nerve function, and circulation in the legs. These aren't just nice to have. They're critical, especially after 60 when your electrolyte balance naturally starts to shift. I had one patient, Mr. Carter, age 74, who started eating half a steamed sweet potato with a touch of mineral salt and a glass of warm water every morning. Within a week, he noticed fewer cramps. Within 2 weeks, he could get up from his recliner without using both arms. And now? He tells me he feels light on his feet again. And that's what this is all about, keeping you on your feet. Strong, steady, and independent. In just a moment, I'll walk you through 5 tiny morning habits, no equipment, no pills, that work hand in hand with your breakfast to strengthen your legs even more. These take less than 5 minutes, but the impact? Huge. Now that you know what to eat, let's talk about what to do, the small habits you can add right after waking up to give your legs the best possible start. First, drink a glass of warm water with just a pinch of natural mineral salt, not table salt. After 7 to 9 hours without fluids, your muscles are dehydrated. That one glass helps rehydrate, restore lost electrolytes, and improve circulation in your legs. It's like giving your muscles their first stretch, from the inside out. Second, take a moment before jumping out of bed. Sit up slowly. Roll your ankles. Breathe deeply. These tiny movements gently wake up your circulatory system and help prevent that sudden dizziness or unsteadiness that leads to early morning falls. Give your body time to catch up. Third, spend just 3 minutes doing a simple balance move. Stand tall and lift one foot a few inches off the ground. Hold for 10 seconds, then switch legs. Do this 5 times per leg. It sounds simple, and it is, but it activates the very muscles that keep you upright. Your calves, thighs, and hips all engage to keep you steady. Fourth, step outside or sit by a window for a few minutes of morning sun. That gentle light triggers your body to produce vitamin D, which your bones and muscles both rely on. Even 5 minutes can help set your internal clock and boost your mood. And finally, don't delay your first bite of food. Even a boiled egg, half a sweet potato, or some yogurt within an hour of waking can stop your body from breaking down more muscle. The sooner you feed your legs, the more you protect them. Here's what I want you to remember: your legs don't get weak overnight. But they also don't get stronger without intention. Every day is a small window of opportunity. And it starts with the choices you make within the first hour of your morning. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to eat salmon every day or do yoga at sunrise. But if you begin to fuel your legs with the right foods at the right time and pair that with a few simple habits, you'll start to feel the difference. Not just in how you walk, but in how you carry yourself through life. You'll feel steadier, more confident, and most importantly, more independent. So if you're over 60 and you want to stay mobile, active, and free to move how you want, when you want, don't underestimate the power of your breakfast. It's more than a meal. It's your first medicine of the day. You don't need a prescription for this. You just need to begin. If you find this helpful, give it a thumbs up. If not, type 0 in the comments, but if it helps, let us know by typing 1. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-saving health tips.